Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing. I'm coming to you with the next video in the finishing of the cover of the Beloved Beauty Journal. In the last video, I created this collage topper is what I was calling it. She did get a little bit of gold paint on her, but I don't mind. I think it's beautiful nonetheless. It also a little bit crooked, but it's all right. So, but when I was doing that, I was really struggling with this going with the cover that I had chosen. So this was before, in the last video, you would have only seen this lace, not this lace. So I was really struggling with it, not feeling like it went with it. I definitely feel like this corrected it. So what I did is I came in with a darker tone of lace and put it on the top and the bottom in similar style to the this off-white cream lace, and I feel like it goes much better now. So I have also put my signatures in. I did not want my threads to show, and so I did do a hidden spine. So let me just show you that off camera. I did go ahead and put all my signatures in. I've done videos on that before, but this is the first time I've had a successful hidden spine. So look at that spine. It is absolutely perfect. And what I used for it is I used a piece of cardboard just from like not like a cracker box or whatever, and I cut it to size, measuring 3 inches by 9 inches, which is the height of the journal. This is upside down because the first signature I put in upside down, and I was not going to take it out. So so I just flipped it. This is not going to really be the focal point of anything, so I thought it was okay. It does have 3 signatures, and as you can see, there is a lot of room here. So I'm going to be creating a few different things that are going to go, so this is probably going to go, this was going to be sewn into the signature, but it didn't feel right to me, so I decided not to do that. So I'll probably just stick it between some signatures as well. This one was supposed to be the first signature, and it's now not. So if you look here, you can see that we, even with that insert, we have room on both sides, and we still have room in between here. So I will be adding some pieces that are independent, which I usually do anyway. Maybe I'll do a file folder kind of ephemera bit or a little booklet or something. I'm not sure. We'll see. So it is a 3-inch spine, and that's because I always allow 1 inch for every signature in my journals. And then I had showed you in the previous video how in the inside cover, when I use the PVA glue to glue down this cream colored fabric, this muslin, and I used a brush to spread out all the glue, but it still left all these terrible ugly marks, and so I just went ahead and covered it with paper. So I really like how that turned out. So same on both the front and the back. And then I also did sew around this. I was a little bit concerned that if my sewing machine could handle it. It did just fine, no problems at all. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue this on, but I'm going to wait to do that because I want to be able to do some work in the journal before I do that, because this will take a little bit of time to dry on there. So we'll do that maybe the very last thing. So this may be a little bit of a longer video. Please feel free to speed me up. You can speed me up to 1.5 times the normal speed, and I don't sound horrible. So feel free to do that if you need to. But I did also want to talk with you about some things I did off camera. So I did take some fabric that's the same fabric from the cover, and I just did a bit of sewing. I probably will trim these edges off. It's pretty wide, or at least one edge that's going to go on the side of a page. So I did a couple of those. When I had my sewing machine out, I just took my sewing machine out to the dining room table. It was easier than trying to finagle it in here. The studio is still a little bit, it's not undone, but things are not where they normally are. And as I mentioned in the previous video, my husband is building some custom shelves for one of the corners, and so I haven't done an ultra organizing task yet because I want to wait till I have that shelving. Because all of my acrylic paints, all my golden fluid acrylic, my sprays and all that will be able to go on the shelves, and right now they're taking up space in drawers that I'll be able to use for other things. So this is the fabric I used on the inside of the book, the inside of the cover, and so I just did some zigzag stitching, straight stitching, just to create kind of a fun border. And then I did one of the little ruffles with that fabric, and then I did one of the fabric strips as well with the printed fabric. The other thing I love to do, which I was just feeling like mellow yesterday afternoon, and so I decided I would go back to one of my tried and true ways to create little tabs and little accents on things, and I just take scraps and I fold them in half, and then I stitch with the zigzag stitch and straight stitch. When this goes on a page, it's got enough of a lip here that those can actually go on. So I did, not all of these are for this journal, but I just thought I'd show you what I do. So this is one that's that embossed paper that you've seen in another video. The other thing I do with my scraps is I just get out my punch that's shaped like this, and I make these and I fold them in half and use them for tabs. So we're going to be working on this first today because I want to get a bunch of tabs on the pages and get some eyelets on the tabs as well, so that we can add dangles and things like that, or sari silk or whatever. So let me just pick, we've got 3 signatures, and so I usually do like 4 tabs. So let's see if we have enough, if we have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we have plenty. So let's see what we've got here. We'll do one of those, and that, and that. That. I love these ones with the writing. And because I want to ink these up, that's why I'm trying to separate them out here a little bit more. So like that. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need 2 more. I like that one. And then how about this one? Okay, so we've got some extras. So let me go ahead and ink these up really quick, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, this is the last one. I also think we will glue on the ruffles and things if I can decide kind of where I want them to be. So let's start with that, because the tabs will go obviously on the pages that don't have the ruffles. So let's open this up and see what we have. I'm also going to show you the pre-made ephemera we already have. Look at this. Let's just do that while I've got it here. So we've got hidden journaling spots. We've got, this is a hidden journaling spot that opens this way, like that. We've got a large tag made out of an envelope. We've got just these journaling cards. We've got the accordion flip thing, which I made on camera. If you want to see any of these videos, you can definitely hop on over to the playlist on YouTube. This is that one we made out of the packaging from Your Creative Studio box, so we're going to be putting that in. I'm not going to show you everything because there's so much. We've got these tags that have some vellum. What's going on here? Oh yeah, that was an interesting one. It's got a tuck and then a pocket. So yeah, this is what we've got. We've got tons of ephemera, probably way more than I need for this journal. But this is gorgeous. This one actually might be a good one to go in between the signatures. We'll see, because it is free floating, so it probably could do that. So we'll see about that. And then we've got here some of these that we made on camera, but these are, some of them are older. And so this is a hidden paper clip. So it just goes over the page like that. And then we've got our over the page clusters. These are definitely going to go in this journal. And I've got some little dangles and things. Some of them I made for this journal. Others of it I made previously. Oh, we're all caught up here. Hold on. Like I made this one. I just took a piece of a little beaded thing here and a paper clip. So we're going to be working on that too, but not quite yet. So I mean, nothing like squirrel, squirrel. Pause, I see a squirrel. I'm going to take this out so it's not in my way. And let's just do a flip through. I also did add a page or two to each of the signatures because I felt they were a little bit wimpy. So if something looks a little bit weird or uninked, that's probably why, because I did that and then didn't sew it into the and then I sewed them into the signature without doing anything special. So like I added this one. This is a French page that I bought off of Etsy. It was not a printable. It was just a something, you know, 3D or real. Like this one I didn't. This is a new page. I didn't ink it or do anything, but we can do stuff with it if we want to. This one I sewed in, but I have not decorated the envelope flip there yet. And then, so this is the other side of all of that. So yeah, I added a little bit of extra stuff just to each signature, but not a whole lot. And I was trying to be really mindful of this. I wanted to make sure that heart was not upside down, so that worked out. That worked out well. And there it is, the front of it. So let's see where our little ribbon or our little ruffles can go. So a ruffle on this would be really pretty because it's just a blank page, and then we could put like a cluster here. So let's go ahead and get one of these out. They are just about the right size, or size, a little bit long. So what I do when that happens is I will make sure that that if I have to cut this off, I secure it with some Fabri-Tac or something. So I need my paper towels before we start though, excuse me. All over the place this morning. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now the question is, do we like the width of this? I actually kind of do on this page because it's kind of plain, you know, it's just got that music on it. So what I'm going to do is take one of these paper towels and just put it behind there so that we don't have any seepage of glue, and so that I can also see the edge. I think I'm a little too close here for you now. There we go. Don't want to see my body though. There we go. So if I kind of line it up, I think I'll line it up to the bottom because I like that darker color down here better. And I'm just going to try to line up the stitching line against this edge. So let's go ahead and get, oh, I didn't turn over the Fabri-Tac. Fabri-Tac gives me a headache. Putting my pen away. Let's just give that a second to set. So if I do that, I'm going to have to trim it off here. I wonder if it could go, I wonder if we could just pleat it one more place and just fix that all together. What do you think? Just kind of scrunch it? We could probably just scrunch it ourselves and not have to cut any off. Let's try that. So I'm going to go ahead and get some Fabri-Tac on here. Fabri-Tac has been giving me grief. And I think it needs to be cleaned out, the nozzle. I'm just going to go a little bit wider just because we are going to try to scrunch that a little bit. I may have to pause and fix this glue though. It's problematic. Okay, so again, I'm just going to kind of go like so. I want that stitch line to be on the edge of the page, and I'm going to kind of scrunch it and see if we can bring that down like that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. That works out just fine. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight or anything like that. And I love it. This needs to go up a little bit more. That worked out fine. I've never tried that. Never just tried to scrunch it if it's a little bit too long. I love this page. This is from a magazine from the early 1960s. Love it. And on this side I put vellum. Love it, love it. Okay, there we go. So that is one. Pretty, and it doesn't look horrible from the other side. You know, it's just, you can tell that it's the back side, which is fine. I might trim that up a little bit later. Well, let's just go ahead and trim it up now. It's driving me crazy. So let's just even that out just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Much better. Because on the other side it just looks more pleasing. So that's one in that one. So I've got 3 of those. So let's put one in each signature. How about that? see where we can put it in this one. Don't have a lot of great places for it here. How about on this coffee dyed paper? That will work. So again, I'm going to get my paper towel, put it in here. These should all be, oh, this one's not, this one's a lot longer than the other one. That's interesting. Must have been the way that I gathered it, because all the pieces, all the strips were the same length. But that's okay. I'm going to take a moment, guys, and unplug this, because we're not going to get very far very fast if I don't. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's see if that solved the problem. Hopefully it did. It really needs to be run under some hot water, I think. But let's give that a try. Let it travel to the end here. This one, you know, I think I want to follow the same logic here and have it go the stitch line along the edge of the page. This is coffee dyed paper from my stash. Come on, Fabri-Tac, I helped you out here. Better, yeah. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to try to scrunch this if we can as well, because it is long. I'm not sure if we will be as successful with that, because it is very, very long. But let's give it a try. Okay, I don't have to scrunch it all the way, because I can trim off just a tad bit on the ends. Oh goodness, get a hold of it, Renee. I think that will work. Let's see how straight we are. Not bad. Let's bring that up a little bit. Whoa, I need some more glue there, I think. Fabri-Tac is still not coming out very well. Oh well. There we go. It's a little bit crooked this way, but I think it's all right. I'm going to trim off this edge, trying to avoid the knot at the end, because I don't want it to unravel necessarily. I don't mind that fraying, but it'll refray again. So that is the one in the second signature. And let's look at the third signature. So this is my favorite one. This was supposed to be in the front. That's okay. This, it might, no, that's in the middle of the page. This is an added digital that I put in. It wasn't there before. Oh, I think it would be really pretty on this. Let's put it on this one. I'm going to trim this one off a little bit. Got threads here. If I have to secure up those ends, I will just use some Fabri-Tac to do that later. So again, we're going to put this on. Fabri-Tac seems to be behaving a little bit better. Sorry if you guys can't see that. I hope that you are well. It's summertime here. It is, what is the date? Sunday the 10th. It's actually July 10th. It's my oldest daughter's birthday. She is 36 years old today. Hard to believe. So yeah, 36 years old. That means my son will be 38 in December. He's the oldest. And then our youngest will be 34, because they're just about 2 years apart. That is beautiful. I wish that this was actually, let me see if I can get some ink in there, just while this is still not completely set, because that looks kind of weird. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So that is our lace, our little fabric ruffles. So let's see if we want to do any more, because we do have this as well. But I'm going to hold off because I want to make sure that I don't take up space that I'm going to need for the ephemera pieces themselves. So let's work on the tabs here. I've got my little punch thing here, and I believe it is already set at the small size. These things just trip me out, I'm telling you. 3/16. Yeah. Nope, that's big. We want the little one. So I'm just going to get that ready there. And we're going to look at these tabs and put some tabs in each signature. And again, I had a 12, so that means I can put 4 in each signature. So let's do that really quick. I think I will use one of these on the first page. And so I'm just going to fold it in half. I'll show you this one and then I'll speed through the rest of them, okay? I won't cut it out, but I will speed it up so you guys don't have to watch that boring stuff. So the way that they go on the page is like so, and then you can punch them here. So let's go ahead and get a hole punched here. Okay, so there we go. And I am not the person to teach anybody about how to do this, so I want it to be fairly close to the edge there. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and find an eyelet here. And again, I am reorganizing my studio, so I put all of my little things in here, which might not have been the brightest thing because I need little ones. Is that the right size? I don't think so. What did you do? Oh, there's little pink ones. Yeah, I think the little pink one would work. Set that aside there. So let's give this a try. Haven't done this in a while, and this thing always gives me fits, so fingers crossed that it doesn't. So I'm just going to put that in there and then give it a little scrunch here. Set that eyelet. They never work very well for me, and this always locks on me for some reason. Every time I push it, it locks, which doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, come on. Did it work? Oh, it's all right. It's not great. Probably user error. Oh, I meant that to go on the other side. Doggone it. Let me try this one more time because that is not working well. So it's this way. Let's see if we can get that scrunched again. Well, it is what it is. So it's okay. So now we're going to glue this on to the page. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. Oops. That always happens. It takes the whole top off of it. Oh, come on. Great. Silliness. Okay. And now it's plugged. You know, glue is not my friend. Adhesive is not my friend at all. It's plugged up more than it works. Okay, let's try again. Okay, I'm not fussing with that anymore. Art glitter glue is painful. Let me try my Barely Arts, see if I get a different result. I mean, I don't know if it sits here not being used for a while, if that causes it to be a problem. I'm not sure. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one about right here. I don't know why that eyelet didn't set right. They never set right for me. I don't know why. Okay, so I'm going to speed through the rest of them, and I may not do them all on camera, but we'll see. So I'm going to save the last four for off camera in the last signature. So we'll focus on the first two signatures for adding some ephemera. So let's see what we've got here. Let me just set this aside for a moment. And I really want to get in the pieces that I really, that take up more landscape. I think this one needs to be a free-floating piece, so this one I definitely want in there, and this one, and these all take up like a whole page, so let's see if we can get some of those in. These can go on smaller pages because they're just a little pull-out. Let me show you what that looks like if I can get my fingers on it. So it opens like that. We got a little journaling spot there. So we've got a few of those, and then we've got these beauties that come up off the bottom of the page. So let's try to get these ones in. Actually, I'm going to try to do one of each because I've got so much ephemera here, you guys. So because I have things that have several kinds. So ooh, this one matches the cover. I think I'll use that one now. And then these, I've got so much ephemera. This is a huge one that probably needs to go in. And we've got our little pouches, which can also go in between the signatures. And then we've got our CD one. Let's see if we can work on these pieces. Again, there's a ton of ephemera. Making ephemera is my favorite part of junk journaling, so let's see where we can put this beauty. And let me just acquaint you with this piece. So it opens like this. We've got a little hidden lady there and a little tag that pulls out. Beautiful. And that was just made out of packaging. So, and then behind here we've got an envelope with a letter, piece of paper in there. We've written a love letter. So let's find a spot for this. I do have to make sure I take that out so that I don't get it stuck in there. So let's see where this can go. Oh, it's very wide. I didn't realize it was so wide. Oh no. This could be bad news. Oh my goodness. It's wide. It's going to have to stick out. Shoot. How did I manage that? That's really silly. And I thought I had measured this. So, yikesies. Okay, so it's going to be a piece of ephemera that's going to stick out the side. I just have to be mindful of where I put it because this needs to remain open and available. So, doggone it. Don't you hate when that happens? Expert planning that didn't really work out. It would be kind of pretty on here though. I think I'm going to put it here. So it's just going to stick out like this. And maybe we can put something on the other side of that to make it pretty. In fact, let me grab a piece of scrap here. Let's see if I can. Oh, there's another piece of writing paper in there. Let me set that out. I'm going to grab a scrap really quick and see if we can find something that we can put on there. Silly, silly girl. Silly, silly Renee. I want something that kind of coordinates a little bit. Can. Sorry, this is off camera. Oh, goodness. You know, that happens to me a lot. I guess I'm not really checking very well that things are going to fit. This would actually be kind of pretty. So let's turn this over and get, I just want a piece that's going to fit here. So let me ink up one of these edges and then we'll go from there. I re-inked my ink pad this morning, so it's very juicy. Actually, because I left it open out on the kitchen table is the true reason. So yeah, let's just go ahead and glue that on. This is going to be fine. This is called improvisation. You know, it happens, and you know, as I've mentioned before, we can get upset about it and, you know, be frustrated with ourselves or disappointed, or we can just roll with it and make it work. It's just a junk journal. It's just artistic expression. It's not, you know, a rule breaker or a deal breaker. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. I'm going to probably catch some of that lace because it's hanging over. There we go. There we go. So let's just make sure that's nice and secure. Ink that edge. That will be just fine. And the only reason for that, again, is because that's going to be visible. I might put a word or something on there later. Don't need to worry about that now. So again, don't be discouraged. I think what I'm also going to do is trim off this edge of lace. That will also help. We don't necessarily need that, so I'm going to go ahead and trim it off. It's not going to take away from the look at all, as you can see, but it's going to buy me a little bit more landscape there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this over. Let's see how I can do this. I'm going to turn it over so that I can see where my glue line needs to be. So let me grab my pencil here. Because, let's see, here, because that's the glue line. So we're gonna, it's a pocket as well, so we're gonna glue on 3 sides. So we're gonna glue here. We're gonna go ahead and get it. Oops, just did that wrong after marking it. Goodness gracious. Hold on. Silliness, silliness. Okay, let's try that again. So we're gonna go along this pencil line that I made. I'm just gonna roughly do that. And then we're gonna go along the top. Oh, not the top. Goodness. This side. If you're just learning, this might not be the video for you. I'm a little bit scattered. So there we go. So that should be good. And I'm going to kind of drop her down here towards the bottom. It's one of my favorite pieces that I made for this journal, though. Love it. So just going to give that a good press, make sure it's not oozing glue on the other. Whoops. Well, it's kind of heavy, so may have to come in with some Fabri-Tac. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. So let's try that again. Put some glue along that line there. We've got plenty of room here in the pocket, so I'm not concerned about that. And we might just need a little bit more powerful glue here. This is kind of heavy, kind of bulky, which is another reason why I make my signature. I allow 1 inch per signature, is for this very reason, because I like to bulk up my stuff. I like to do what makes me happy, and if that means my journal gets bulkier, then I'm okay with that. So that's much better. So I'm going to erase that pencil line that shows. There we go. So let's see if we can slide this in. It's going to go in this little pocket here. This is our, I think this is our letter pocket, right? Probably not the wisest thing to do when this is wet, but I'm doing it. Because that other one, hopefully I'm not fouling this up. I might be, yeah, because that doesn't go in there. It goes, okay, let's try this again. It's been a while since I made this, so I clearly have forgotten about how it's constructed. So, but no big deal. So let's just wipe that glue off again. It's all right. I hope you're still watching. So, because the envelope actually goes in here, so that means my my glue lines do have to go yeah, they do have to go on this and not on the other part. So my apologies, guys. Goodness gracious, Cara-Renee. Okay, let's try that again. Good thing I was trying, huh? So let's just press that down again. Still same effect there, but this is now going to be open, hopefully. There's probably still some tacky glue there, so I need to, oh my goodness. You know what? I'm going to let that go. We can put this someplace else. This little paper goes here in this little compartment. It's okay. We can change our minds. We can change things to make them work. Why is that sticking out though? Does it go the other way? It's just a piece of coffee dyed paper, guys. Here we go. This is going to be just fine. So our little ladies stick in here, like so. I'm not going to stick them all the way in there because that is still a little bit wet. We can even stick that envelope in there too. So let's just leave that and be. Oh my goodness gracious. So let's see if we've got a place for the CD envelope in this one. I'm going to get it on a page that's coordinated, and it also has to be on a right side page because of the way that pulls out. So let's see what we've got here. Oh, this would be perfect, right? Yes. It's kind of plain, isn't it? I almost want to do a little bit of stenciling on that. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to find a stencil. I'm going to get a stencil and just see what we can make happen here. These are my Tim Holtz stencils, which I love. Okay, come on. There we go. Let's get that one off. And I'm just going to use my archival ink, my vintage photo, and I'm going to get my vintage photo sponge here. Is that vintage photo or is that my black? It doesn't matter. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of stenciling, just here and there. I'm not going to go everywhere. I just want a little bit of interest on this background, just to kind of make that look not quite so plain. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Stenciling is a great way to kind of dress up, you know, a blank page like this. Oh, that's really, really pretty. Let's get over here too. I actually had intended to do some stenciling in the journal on these pages before I sewed them in, and then I forgot. Perfect. A little bit more down here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Now let's put it in. See what a difference that makes? So this one, oh, this is supposed to be, oh my goodness, this is a flip out one. A flip up. Ah, that's okay. It can still go here. This is a strong page, so it's a good one for this to go on. So it's supposed to go glue on the top of a page. So let's go ahead and do that. It's funny when you don't look at your ephemera. I haven't created in a while, just due to the studio makeover and painting and flooring and all that. And I've been making this ephemera for several months because I got really waylaid by COVID and just perpetual sickness and stuff that I haven't been, it's been a while since I started doing all of this ephemera. So beautiful. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So this is nice because what can happen is this flips up. We've got some bits in the pocket there, and then this can be used for writing on, which is perfect. Awesome. Okay, so we've got one thing in every signature. So let's go ahead and find a place for some more of this. That's really kind of important to me. This would be a great page for something smallish, which is not that. This is going to be a problem page, a problem one too. I can't believe that this is happening. I measured these. I know I measured these. I wonder if... so strange. Oh, it fits on this one though. Let's go ahead and put it on here. That will work just fine. So it is, let's go ahead and leave it open on the top just in case we want to make a pocket out of it. So I'm going to bring her down a little bit. And we're going to glue her on the 3 sides. So these 3 sides, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac again. This is a fairly bulky piece. It is mixed media, so that tends to be a little bit heavier and bulkier. So, okay, so let's get that on. And actually, I think I want to bring her down so that that lace comes down out of the bottom of the page. Change of heart there. And just making sure that that will open and close okay. So I'm just going to press that down really well. This is one of my favorite ones, and as you can see, it matches the cover. Didn't even do that on purpose. Love it. Okay, come on, stay. Okay, so there we go. So that should be okay to dry even if I turn the page. So I love this lace sticking out. So we do want to get this one in as well, for sure. I want it near a page that has this paper, so maybe that would be absolutely gorgeous though, because it would be complementary to the flowers. I like that. Let's put it there. So this one is just going to get glued on. It's not going to be a tuck or anything like that. It's got tons of stuff pulling out of here if you want to see it. Just tags in every one of them. So there's 4 journal cards in there. So let's go ahead and bend this a little bit. It's fairly bulky, so that's better. So let's go ahead and glue her in. And I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac again, and I'm going to put it everywhere. Fabri-Tac is gummed up again. Okay, flip that back over. We're just going to kind of center her. But you know what? I think I'm going to go off to the right here and have those be their own little tabby things sticking out. This is going to be a little bit trickier because it's very thick. So let me grab my clips and see if I can clip these down so that it has a chance to dry here. So I'm going to clip here and here. Okay, so that's secured. I'm hoping that this is going to glue okay. Hopefully, I can always come back in and reinforce it. So let's see, that's super bulky. Wow, but it was so much fun. So let's see what we want to do in this signature. So we've got this page. Let me ink up this edge really quick. This is a piece that I added, so it's not inked up yet. Okay, so we've got this large thing here. This is made out of a mailer, and very popular video on my channel. So that's beautiful. So let's go ahead and put that one here. We do know it's going to take a whole page. Oh, it doesn't fit. Gotta find a bigger page. Oh, that's really bulky there next to that though. We don't want to do that. Let's see about here. Too big. Oh my goodness. That is so hilarious. Not in a funny way though. This is huge. What happened? You know what we could do is we could put it on in the back. Maybe that's what we should do with some of these ones that are not fitting. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so problem solved. It's going to go in the back. So I am going to glue it on, I think I'm going to glue it on, I'm going to leave this side open. So I'm only going to leave it open from here to here. So I'm going to go ahead and do my glue along here. Really excited to get this journal done and get it to the recipient. And then I can get going on Evie's journal because she's the one that won the 1,500 subscriber custom journal giveaway. And I have not started that journal just for the reasons I've already mentioned. So let's just go ahead and put her right here. Awesome. There's always a way to make it work, you guys. Always a way. This was a really fun project to do. I think I got this off of Scrapbooking with Me. The original video is in the playlist, and you can confirm where I saw it. I'm pretty sure it was Scrapbooking with Me, so you can check her out. She's amazing. So then we've got a pocket here if we want to use it as such. So let's see what else we've got. Let's go back to the first signature again. We are just about done for today. This is getting pretty lengthy. See, that's so big. Look at that. So big. Oh, this is a flip up too. Oh my goodness. I wonder how I can rectify that. I know exactly how I can. I can cut some of that off, but it has to go, it's a pocket here. So, you know what, we're going to go ahead and on the fly, we are going to, oh, it can't really go there though because we've got that tabby thing. Yeah, that's not going to work. We're going to pause on that. Bummer deal. Okay, so we've got this journaling spot that can't really go on that page. Let's see if it can go here. This is pretty heavy. Normally I wouldn't put something like this on a vellum page, but it's vellum with the magazine page. And then this one, again, is a hidden journaling spot, so it opens like that. And I'm not going to make this an additional tuck. I'm just going to glue it down because this vellum page will be difficult. You know what? I don't want to put it there because I don't want to cover all that up. Let me try something else here. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. If I do that, I think I might let it be a side tuck as well. So let's glue it on these three sides. Just put her on here. It'll be okay. I love how that worked out though. I love this up above her. I think it's really classy. Really beautiful. There we go. And you can't tell she's a hidden journaling spot, right? Unless you pull it up. Yay! I'm gonna leave it up just for the heck of it. We've got one more of those, so let's see if we can find a place for her as well. I like to leave some of those pages alone because they make great spots for other things that take up a lot of landscape, so to speak. So that's got a tab on it. That's not going to work. Ooh, she looks really pretty on that one though. Keep looking. Could be pretty on this too, but I don't want to cover up all that writing. I will probably just put this last one in and I will let you guys go, and I'll come back. And I will have put more in off camera, so that's so pretty there, isn't it? So again, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to cut this video down, so if it's too long, you can speed me up to 1.5 times the normal rate of speed, and you'll still be able to understand what I'm saying. So, oh, I think it's going to be pretty on this one. Yeah, I think so. Let's put that one on. I'm not going to make a tuck out of this. I'm just going to glue her on all the way. You certainly could if you wanted to maximize, but as you can see, the ephemera that I make is not basic. It's very, very elaborate, and it has a lot of writing space and tucks and hidden journaling spots and all of that. We don't need to create an abundance of more of that kind of thing. So I'm going to kind of go a little bit mellower here. So I'm just going to put her kind of in the middle and then give that a good press. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.